I'm super excited to embark on this journey with the Interact Club. It's an amazing group of people, and it's going to be super exciting to experience new culture, food, dress, cuisine with the people that we enjoy so much.
I'm very excited to go to Ecuador because I've never been exposed to a completely new culture like that, and I want to do my best to help out, and I'm very excited to experience something new.
Ecuador will be a great experience for me because I'm really excited to meet new people and see the culture and get used to something that's not like Canada, like a third world country, where I get to see how life really is outside of my country.
I'm excited to see all of our Interact team members grow as people and see how this trip is going to impact all of us when we get back.
On our last day of service, we had the opportunity to visit 2 daycares. Together, both daycares cared for more than 120 kids from ages 1 to 3.
So me and Zaria and a couple of other adults and some Spanish translators went shopping at the local mall in La Cunga to get a whole bunch of toys for the kids in the daycare.
It was really exciting because the woman who worked at the daycare, she was so excited to have us, and she had this huge smile on her face, and she was so happy that we were willing to help her daycare.
I really enjoyed this because I got to pick out what the kids might enjoy, and that made me feel really happy because I knew that they were going to love everything we bought for them no matter what it was, but we got to pick and it was really cool.
We were able to go to 2 daycares and be able to bring them $500 worth of toys as well as go hang out with the children.
The daycares were interesting in that when we walked in, many of the kids were very surprised that we were there. They probably hadn't seen many interactors before, if any, and it was really sad to see that one of the girls that was there for her first time, she was sitting there crying, calling for mama, and others were just kind of excited to see us and were just staring and saying, "Hola." It was great to see. The kids really appreciated us being there.
Then you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
At the daycare, I had a really good bonding moment with a little kid, and we were just playing with a toy truck, and it was kind of, I don't know, it was really like emotional for me. Like I wanted to cry because just seeing how happy he was, and he wanted me to follow him around and play with him. So this was kind of a cool experience, and just seeing how happy they were with a toy that wasn't even really valuable, and that was really cool. At the daycare, it was really inspiring to see all the happy smiles on the kids of how they were just so happy to be able to play with us and just interact with them.
My favorite service moment was, I think it was definitely going to the daycare, and I bonded with like one little kid. I have no idea what his name is because he was too young to talk, but he was so cute, and when we brought out all the toys, I got to walk him over and like open up this big bag of toys with him, and we just played this little tiny princess ball for like almost half an hour, and he was so happy just to have this one simple little toy that kids in Canada would be like, "Oh, what? It's just a ball. Who needs a ball?" Like, but he was so happy and just so excited to see us all.
Oh, there was this little kid, and he was wearing a Cookie Monster hoodie, and I had the same hoodie when I was like 5. So, and he was really nice. I gave him a shoulder ride. He got super tall. It was good. We also painted some murals on the walls inside just to brighten it up a little bit.
They asked us to paint pictures of kids playing sports, reading books on the walls, so we did that. And we felt that we really brightened the place up, especially when we brought in the ball pits and all the toys for the kids, and that was really cool to be able to change their lives and their environment with something like that.
It opened my eyes to doing more service for people that have less. Like the kids there, they had less basically, and they were just happy with what they had. And it'd be nice just to give them more.
So after the daycare, we went to Hacienda, stayed there for 2 nights. We did a little recap in our smaller groups and talking about our own experiences and the good things and the bad things about the trip so far.
Happy birthday to you.
It gave us a chance to appreciate and look back on some of the opportunities that we had been given and that we've shared as a group.
The following day we went to Baños to do some more touring before we went home.
We also went on a hike to a waterfall as a group, which was really cool, and you could go behind this waterfall. Many of the kids did that and got completely soaked. I personally was not one of them that got completely soaked, but it was very beautiful there, and being in the Amazon was incredible. The growth and the wildlife, and it was just an amazing experience.
In Baños, there's this thing called the swing at the end of the world, and it's like the swing off a tree and it just goes off the mountain. It's a tourist attraction. It was pretty cool.
So my expectation on the trip was that we were going to change the lives of people in Ecuador, but also coming back, not only did we change their lives, they changed our lives, and I think that wasn't something I was really expecting.
This trip meant a lot to me because I've always obviously wanted to do a service trip, and it's been an amazing thing to have it checked off my bucket list that I never thought was possible. And it was just an eye-opener to see that we're making a difference in the world. We don't have to just make a difference in our little community, but we can make a difference worldwide.
I think for me the trip really showed the impact of like human interaction in service. So instead of just sending money or care packages or whatever, if you're there and you're actually helping out and you're letting people see what you can do, it makes more of a difference.
This trip showed me the importance of making connections, building friendships, and doing our part to make the world a better place.
Overall, the trip to me was like I got to experience things that I've never experienced before, and I got a really big understanding of what Rotary means and like the impact it leaves around the world. And that was really cool because now I feel like that I have a more understanding of what I want to do and how I want to continue with the Interact Club and then eventually go into Rotary. And it just kind of leaves me wondering what I want to do next in the world.
This trip made me realize the importance of the small moments in life and all those small little things that really make a difference in your life and everyone else's.
My takeaway is just to learn to appreciate Golden and Canada so much more. It made me realize how much we have and not to take everything for granted.
I think for a lot of us, after 2 weeks of exciting adventures and touring and service projects, the majority of us were exhausted and ready to go home and get some sleep, but I think it changed the lives of almost everyone in our group because it made most of us realize that taking things for granted in Canada is way different than taking things for granted in Ecuador, and just being able to complete that service project and impact so many people in such a short amount of time really impacted all of us. And I think now a lot of us will be even more dedicated to service and to making our community and the world a better place.
Something I realized on this trip was that I actually have like a super easy life. You know, I always complain about the small little things, but there's other people who are living in really bad situations, living on the streets. There's dogs who have never had homes before, and so I just realized that I need to be grateful for everything that I have.
The Interact Club of Golden is so active. It's really admirable, and I respect them a lot for their activity and their passion.
I think thank you most of all for the pots, first of all. They really gave us our last push for fundraising, and then they came with us and they just added another level to the service trip. They're part of our Interact Club now. Like, they're part of our team at this point.
A huge thank you to the Rotary Club here in Golden and all of those who sponsored us and helped us out with grants and fundraising.
Thank you to all our host families, our tour guide Andreas, he was great, our bus drivers, they were pretty great too. All the adults who helped on this trip made it better.
Thanks to all the adults and people that made this trip possible.
So thank you to all the Rotary Clubs and all the adults that made this possible, because we wouldn't be able to do it without you.
You really made a difference in our lives.
I would like to thank the adults, Christy, Greg, Angela, and Jason. They put in countless hours for us and made this trip possible.
Thank you to everyone who helped us create so many memories that all of us remember for a long time.
I honestly don't know how to say it enough, but I'm very thankful that I got to take part in this.
Thank you for all the support you've given. Thank you.
Thank you.
Huge thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Just a big thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.